Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price predictions. This is an intraday video, and of course after looking for some movement that it has happened and almost finished the wave 5 that we were talking about in the previous video, where we said of course we want to see an impulse towards the downside, finishing a wave 5 coming from this contracting diagonal as a wave 1 and 2 as a flat, and then 3, 4 and a 5. Potentially, of course, your wave 5 still has one more wave to finish, of course, because if we look at the 15-minute chart, we can see only 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are still looking for a deeper wave 5 possibly. So in that case, of course, we are looking for a very deep impulse here, finished impulse almost, and it has went deeper than the 2.618 fib level. By all means, this is a very strong impulse regarding for a correction. By all means, now it has kind of pre-invalidated some bullish scenarios which we have been talking about, so we can be a little bit much more clearer now with how many bullish scenarios we still have and what are our bearish scenarios that we still have. So by all means, now with this wave, with this long impulse, we have made a wave A. And looking at this wave A, therefore it is an impulse, therefore of course it is a zigzag in case we are corrective, right? In case we are corrective, we want to look for 3 waves towards the upside, and then looking for a wave C, again an impulse towards the 1-to-1 fib level taken from this wave. In case we reach the common fib target for a wave B, then we will get a 1-to-1 fib level to finish this wave C in zigzag. And if you can see here, because of this long impulse and strong impulse, your wave 1 or your fib 1 has even touched your wave 1 of the impulse, right? So now it can be very much invalidated once we finish this correction. In case it is a correction, it's kind of like invalidate an impulse. So it is very hard to say now that we are in 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5. We cannot look for a big wave 5 anymore. I mean, it is very, very low possibilities, because of course now we are still ranging inside the wave 4 fib levels. However, this is minimum is gonna be a zigzag. This is the minimum. Therefore, if your zigzag will hit the 1-to-1 fib level, we will already invalidate this impulse. So I'm trying here a little bit to go before the price is what it's gonna do, right? So to know much more what are the possibilities, what are the less possibilities. Therefore, I would consider, of course, now that this is a finished impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5, finished with a wave 5 that we have explained before, that it might has finished here as a diagonal, contracting diagonal, which is totally fine, but less possibilities that this could work like very, very one impulse or one wave. Because in that case scenario, we want to see also a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and possible a correction here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which make it also a zigzag, right? And here is a conflict between the scenarios where we can consider here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 3. And and it's, if this is your wave 1, 2, then 3, 4 and a 5. So it's kind of a mix now of between a zigzag and a finished impulse. And of course, both have possibilities. Now, in case this is a zigzag finished with double impulse in between, that is a correction, we want to look, of course, here in your red label, where all the red label, by the way, are your bearish scenario. In this case scenario, we are looking, of course, for a finished WXY here in 3 corrective waves. By all means, of course, you want to see continuation towards the downside and looking for a bigger zigzag in that case. In another bearish scenario case, you have already here in your 4-hour chart a running flat finished as X, where you have a B, and a C here finished, and then you have an A, B, and a C running flat finished, and you are looking for to finish a zigzag or a regular flat. Yeah, possibly a expanding flat as spoken before, where you want to see a wave C with impulsive F5 waves towards the downside, as you can see marked here in the red label, where you want to see 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So back to the 1 hour chart, by all means, what we are looking for, rather than a corrective wave V, this could be a corrective wave 2. Then this will be transformed to a wave 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and a 5. Of course, closing our CME gap, which we never forget, and it's still on the table. In that case scenario, of course, this will end up a WXY on the 4-hour chart. Of course, WXY complex structure in that case, and we are still looking towards the upside again after finishing, of course, a zigzag here, a running flat, and then an expanding flat finishing a wave Y here, and then moving up towards the upside, looking at W, X, and a Y. So this is the possibilities now. Of course, less scenarios, less bullish scenarios. So one bullish scenario has been yet eliminated, which is that we are still looking for a wave 5 towards the upside. We are possibly much more in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're looking for 3 waves correction and then move up, or still a double 1, 2, 1, 2, possibly, of course, another correction here and a move up again. Your also scenario where you still have a scenario where it could be as a bullish scenario. This is the diagonal, if you remember, where we have talked about also the wave 4 here, on the 4-hour chart, where we have talked about our expanding flat here, where it is possibly that your wave C still can unfold as diagonal, right? So we might still see one leg towards the downside as 3 waves, for example, and then move up again towards the upside, of course, still for an expanding flat wave C towards the upside. So we still have, of course, some bullish scenarios. Just one is already eliminated, and another here has been marked in the labels, of course, for your wave C, right, in an expanding flat, right, where we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Of course, your wave 5 should go somewhere under this. So that's it for now. Of course, what we are looking for, a rejection now, some 3 waves towards the upside in both scenarios, right? In both case scenarios, in your bullish and in your bearish scenario, where you are looking for a wave B or for a wave 2. Your most common target for a wave B are the 0.5 and the 0.618. Of course, taken, I think here it is reversed. Yeah, so exactly. So the 0.5 and 0.618 between the 64,500 and the 65,000 for a wave B. Now, in case you are a wave 2, of course, the 0.618 is as well a very common target, so it is very possible as well. So that's it for Bitcoin price prediction. Thank you for your watching, and thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next videos. Bye bye.